Por cuarta ocasión, Lan Weiwei visita nuestro país para ofrecernos el instrumento chino tradicional que ejecuta la pipa. Thank you very much for the interview, Lan. Welcome for the fourth time to Mexico. So now, what's the program that you're going to perform here, and how does it connect to the orchestra in general?
You mean this time?
Yep.
The program? This time I'm going to play a fantastic pipa concerto, which is called The Wind Passing to the Vast, composed by Jia Guoping, the brilliant Chinese composer. How to connect with of UNAM? In fact, it was the second time to cooperate with of UNAM and the conductor Lin Tao from China, also from our conservatory also. The first time, it was 2 years before, it was the second China-Mexico Music Festival hosted in the conservatory and here in UNAM.
So the pieces seem to evoke a very natural setting. How do you translate these compositions of natural settings into the execution? How do they challenge your sensibility?
Very good question. So I appreciate a lot. So I can have this chance to represent the music by talking. This piece can be the most special one I have ever played, because the composer, I have cooperated with the composer for more than 10 years, and he knows me and he knows pipa a lot. In this piece, he right back to the traditional form of pipa, the ancient form of pipa, because the form of pipa now you see, in fact, it's a developed and modern model. In fact, in the past, the sound and the way of playing we almost abandoned. So the composer depends on his knowledge and his imagination. He retuned the pipa, and he changed the tuning of pipa to a lower region, so pipa can have a lower sound. And for this tuning, we develop a new strings for that. So he wants the sound of pipa can interpret the ancient image of before Tang Dynasty, because in Tang Dynasty, pipa has the lower region and the sound is more not sharp, not delicate like nowadays.
How do you find the presence of traditional Chinese instruments in Mexico and in the world in general?
20 years before, the Chinese traditional instrument like pipa are zheng, sheng, such instruments to the world. It's like the Chinese symbol, the Chinese tech for the world. But with the developing, with the effort of the Chinese composers and also the composers from other countries who are interested in the Chinese instrument, the Chinese instruments and the Chinese musicians can be more and more cooperate with the Western musicians. And thanks to the contemporary music, we can have no gap to cooperate with Western orchestras or Western ensembles.
How to protect this heritage if this is under threat at all?
In my opinion, I thought the two directions are important. One is to keep our root, so keep the heritage, never change it. And the other thing is to develop and to create the new thing of our generation. That's the most important thing, to make the new tradition for our instrument, for our music tradition.
El concierto Ecos de la Ruta de la Seda contará también con la presencia de otros solistas chinos como Lin Han en el gusheng, Ning Yang en la flauta de bambú y Yang Sheng en el sheng. Se llevará a cabo el sábado 5 de octubre a las 20 horas y el domingo 6 de octubre a las 12 horas en la Sala Nezahualcóyotl del Centro Cultural Universitario. Noticias 22, Víctor Gaspar.